Muncie, Indiana, home of the Ball State Cardinals, and we're looking forward to this matchup, and certainly the fans are showing that they are as well. Today, an intra-conference battle between a couple of MAC rivals. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the UMass Minutemen, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Ball State Cardinals. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Will kick off and we'll be underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense will go on the attack first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. The Cardinals want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And I know this defense statistically hasn't been one of the best against the pass this year, but they have had some guys banged up. They believe they've got difference makers on the back end that just need to make more plays. That DB right there is one of those guys, and he does it here on the opening drive, getting a huge interception.
Oh, he's got some space. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. All right, guys, let's take a minute and think about UMass. Biggest problem for schools that aren't the traditional powerhouses, getting the bodies they need, especially on the defensive front. And, David, they got a good one out of high school last week.
It's so nice to get a 3-star defensive lineman. A guy like that's got some size, that's got some potential. Again, you want to rotate those guys as much as possible, keep them fresh. This guy could be a player down the road.
To the ground with the back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Now he's looking to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Coffee. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage, and he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush, he didn't hurry, he took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
UMass will try to pick it up on 4th down. Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. UMass just kept it on the ground to move the sticks, and they might rely on that offensive line again. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fakes to grab.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. UMass getting set to snap it on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Might be calling a hot route. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Using the quick game. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. The Minutemen were penned deep in their own territory, but now they've got a little breathing room. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Wide out trying to get it in. Almost in, but they'll say he didn't make it, inches away from the touchdown.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
A very productive play on 1st down has now set us up with this 2nd and goal. They'll try to pass their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UMass. You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been pumped the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Give to the running back. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. And the Cardinals headed quickly to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Armstrong. Here comes the heat. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The Cardinals will punt this one away. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Made a defender miss. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. The UMass offense returns to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Wants to go up top. Quickly to the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. UMass mounting a threat from the red zone.
1st down for the offense.
sends it back in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
He leaves it with his back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Quick strike complete. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Minutemen!
Number 24 with the grab and the score.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's going to try to return this one. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the period, and it's UMass out front. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Dropping back, it's Armstrong. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3. And the Cardinals want to crank the tempo. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
How about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
This time, stopped in the backfield and finding the sledding a little tougher than on that last run. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Oh, they're after him. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. The short hands, it's Dobbs. The Cardinals will send out the punt unit. This will be a 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. UMass will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. Ball State takes over the football and the Cardinal offense headed out. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. Off the play fake on first down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
A lot of defenders around on that screen, and they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. To the air, it's Armstrong.
That's a great example of the defense there, tackling.
Breaks into the open. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's fourth down. Will they bring out the punt team? And the Cardinals will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The UMass offense returns to the field. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Motion from the wide receiver. Now the play fake. Right on the money. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. First down here for the offense. They want to run it left here. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And now on second down for this offense. Quarterback making checks. Wants to fire on second down. Gets it out quickly. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Takes it from the gun on third down. They're working that left side. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And first down for the offense.
Wants to throw on first down. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. He had him open there, and I know this quarterback expects to make that throw.
It's a tough throw because, again, you got a couple steps on a guy. That's not wide open. These DBs are so fast, but that is a throw that you do expect a guy like that caliber, to be able to play a little pitch and catch and make that happen.
Quick release by the QB. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility as a guy in that slot position.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Good enough for a first down.
They'll move the tight end. Here's the pressure. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. The Minutemen can explore that playbook on second and short. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Quick step and go. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. UMass lines up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. UMass quickly back to the line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to power it in. Touchdown, UMass! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Out of the gun to give to the back. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, what a scene there in Muncie. What a fine performance we've seen. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll open this 3rd quarter with a run. Got the first down, looking for more. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
UMass just trying to get some of that yardage back here on 2nd down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. The Minutemen a bit behind the sticks here on 3rd and long. He'll set up to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. He's pulled down right at the 42-yard line. 4th down coming, and might they roll the dice from their own territory. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Makes the grab. Still running at the 40. Turning it on. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
A nice job by the defense with the edges. They try the touch pass on 1st and goal. Nice job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the good tackle, forcing 2nd down and goal.
Gonna look downfield again. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Minutemen! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Number 17.
Lining up for the PAT.
The kicker off.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's going to bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. To the air, it's Armstrong. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on third down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Cardinals! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. To the air on first down. Makes the catch. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The run to the right. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Up-tempo for the offense.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
A strike downfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Looking to throw on first down. Got it set up on the outside. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. UMass just trying to get some of that yardage back here on second down. Got his man on the right. Across the 25, he's got room. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. UMass quickly back to the line.
First down for the offense.
Might be changing the route. From the red zone, looking for a space. He's got him. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Going to swing it on second down. Caught close to the marker. It's Coffee. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
First and goal, UMass.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, UMass! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Number 27.
Follow
Indiana.
the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
He's got an open man. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the third quarter.
That's another Ball State first down.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Back to throw, it's Davenport. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
You got to love a defense that just is flying around and having fun. That's what these guys look like, right? All game long, everything has gone their way. And here we are early in the fourth quarter, and they are still bringing their A game, getting a sack on that last one.
Second down, they'll go to the air. It's complete to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week.
There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
It's a really nice game. It just would have been really nice to see this from this offense earlier. Now you're getting to the point where there's a couple of thought processes. Do I build momentum for next week? Do I try to get this offense, the ground game clicking, or do I throw the football every play and try to make this football game close?
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Really nice discipline by that receiver against man coverage because you know that throw is going to be contested with a defender in your back pocket. He fights back to the football. He fights through contact and shows really strong hands on the catch.
Gets it out fast. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
And I think that completion is as good as a first down, right? Because you've set yourself up now in 4th and inches. Quarterback sneak's going to get it done. You can keep this drive alive.
Here we go, here we go. Has to get there to move the sticks. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ball State.
Yeah, and Listen, that is awesome to see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing, because this game is over. Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight. You're powered in for the touchdown, and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
The deficit is huge, this one is all, but over, they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. The UMass offense returns to the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Look out, he's got room. Breaks into the open. He's forced out of bounds at the 31, but that is why you keep it on the ground.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. UMass to the line, facing 3rd and long. Making side adjustments here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got it! They will score! Touchdown, Minutemen! That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a masterclass in offensive productivity.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Tennessee looks like a bunch of world beaters right now, marching all over the field like Smokey in the pregame. They're up by 39 over Texas. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll leave it with the lone back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looking to pass. It's Davenport. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a 4th down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. 4th down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page, and they were there.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Under fire. Pressure pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.